Hey, what's up everybody? In this video I'm going to be talking about how perception and how we perceive reality is actually like music. And what does that mean? We're still learning what perception means. We're learning every day about how the brain works. I'm going to be talking about perception and how things in the world are not necessarily how we each perceive them. I'm Jeff Pilkington. This is Launch Industries Now. Welcome back, everybody. So, perception. You know, I find it kind of funny because I feel like we're still in the genesis of understanding what perception means. And the reason I say that is because, let me try to explain this in the most basic terms possible, and we'll call it a day here. There's this graphic online of the number 9, or is it the number 6? And there's two people, one standing on each side of the number 6, and it's flat on the ground, or it's the number 9. And one guy looking at the 9, the one from this angle, says, oh, that's a 9. And the other guy looking at it says, oh, that's a 6. Well, the reason these two guys see it that way is because the angle of light from which they're looking at the number. Well, what if everything in the world is that way? So what if everything we're seeing and believing is just happening because that's the angle of light that we're seeing the 9 or the 6 at? Now, is one angle more accurate than the other? Yes, it is. And the reason that it is because the more accurate angle is closer to what some refer to as base reality, which none of us can see. And I can't see base reality, you can't see base reality. Nobody can. But they're called, you know, in the world of psychology and consciousness, they're referred to as filters. This is referred to as filters. So how do you tell if the person that's seeing the 9 is more accurate and the person that's seeing the 6 is more accurate? Well, you look at what then happens with the perceived belief or the perceived theory. You watch what then happens and how it plays out. And however it plays out tells you something about that filter, the 9 filter versus the 6 filter. So when you see this and you look at, I don't know, the world of politics, it applies really to everything, but politics is the most easy way to look at it. When you can see that everybody is seeing the world through their own filter, through their own, you know, it's referred to by some people as their own movie. You know, there's different movies on a giant screen happening through each person's filter. When you start to realize that your filter might not be accurate, it's kind of mind-blowing because people don't usually think this big on this big of a scale. So all I would ask in this video is when you're screaming at somebody or you're mad at somebody and you think they have it all wrong and you think that you're right and they're wrong, understand that everybody sees things differently. And just because it's how you perceive it doesn't mean that that's the right way it's being perceived. And it's almost like music notes. Like some people can hear certain notes and other people can't. You know, it's kind of like that. It's sensory. So everything around us is sensory oriented, you know, how we're perceiving them. And we're just in the genesis of understanding that. So think about that with perception, and I'm going to leave you with that today. We're just in the genesis of understanding perception, but we need to get more open to that because in the future, it's going to become more and more and more of a thing. If you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a like or subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm Jeff Pilkington. We're here every week talking psychology, life tips, all sorts of fun stuff in the world and everything that's going on. So thank you. I'm Jeff Pilkington. This is Launch Industries. Have a wonderful afternoon. Take care, guys. Thank you. Bye.